Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.3 preview playthrough series as the Arado Authority. In the last episode, we focused on consolidating a lot of our territory here. So we had a failed invasion on Endor, but that's the only New Republic planet left over here. We might wait for the Empire of the Hand to do something over there. But for the most part, we drove off an Imperial fleet from this area. Gonna ignore the part where they kept Yagdal, and we killed a pretty sizable New Republic fleet over here. I did ask in the last episode who everyone would rather us focus on. So the result from that, I believe, was the New Republic. It seemed like was the consensus pick there. So we're going to go in on Ryloth, Kothless, and Bothan. That's going to be our main goal for today, and we'll see how far past that we can get. We'll continue to try to consolidate some of our forces down here, build up some defenses on Morja. We have some Golans being built as well as some HV guns. And we do have some of our heroes here, including Weir and Strang. They're probably going to get moved off, though. We're going to try to defend it in space. And yeah, so there are a bunch of other patron units I added in. There were a few people who made some requests and joined up since the last set of episodes. So thanks for that, guys. If you do want to get in on this, there is a link in the description going over what exactly it all is. So check that out if you want to. We are still building up our fleet, though. So I think we're going to queue Implacable. We'll get a VSD going. And also Legacy of the Republic, so VSD1 and a VSD2. And what I would like to do, I think what we're going to do is put this fleet over Morja. So we'll send it that way, and you guys are going to go back over here to back them up. And we had this building up, so even though we are going to focus mostly on the New Republic, I did want to send Delvardis up this way, or at least, if not Delvardis, we might send this fleet, Hublin's fleet, over that way, and then Delvardis can do our main work over here. So let's actually do that. Let's do it that way. We have some vigils.
Construction complete.
And I'm just going to send them straight into Ryloth.
Construction.
And we'll actually keep Weir's fleet going up this way. So this Chardin should be pretty easy. I think they actually just took that from the New Republic, which is why it's kind of sparse. I'd have to check the end of the last episode to be sure, but I think that's what happened. Let's actually start off again by just taking a quick look at our statistics display page, because who doesn't love statistics? So the Empire is at 22 planets with 28% of the military strength in the galaxy. They're actually creeping up a little bit. New Republic is down to 10%, so they're in a rough position. Zinja's actually down. Empire of the Hand's down to 7%. PA's up to 16. Maldrude's at 10. Zinja's at 13. We're at 16. So we're on the upswing. It seems like the Empire's on a bit of an upswing as well. And the PA and then everyone else is kind of losing their respective wars. So let's get you guys in there. And you guys are going in already. We will need to build up some other ground stuff, so hold on. Did I already build our Patron Storm Commandos? I'd have to check. I think, oh, here they are. So there's Cult of Hastur. I'm going to get them queued up. And let's start the battle there. Planted in the deep core, Chardin is the location of an important Rebel-aligned shipyard. Now, the A-Wing starfighters used in the Battle of Endor were built here. The Republic continued to use the shipyards, manufacturing all their common starfighter designs. I think that's one of the things that we do kind of need to do long-term is rework some of the information on the planet pages. With some, it's kind of hard because there's literally no information. It's just like a sentence on Wikipedia. But for the ones where we can, it'd be nice to get that done. Get our Vigil in there. And Tantapro. There will be an episode this series where I send the heroes in one-on-one, or not one-on-one, alone, against every enemy ship I can possibly find. It's happening. Once we build up enough of our other ships, I'm just doing it. They'll have to live life the way I want them to.
We are victorious.
In death.
TIE squadron here.
Alright. So one of the things that was actually done in 2.2 was that a lot of the fighter heroes were given some abilities that made them a bit more hardy. So we didn't want to just make them huge stat blocks, because that can be just super annoying to fight and make them impossible to kill. But we did want to just give them some stuff to make them not immediately die. And generally that meant like the replenish wingman ability, the awaken enemy ability, that kind of stuff. But who do we got in here? It's a regular ISD. I'm gonna have to start switching those guys out for some of the patron units. Endeavor, you can get in there, and ISDs. We have so many of them.
Let's move out. Reinforcements canceled. Let's go. Reinforcements canceled.
All right, you're gonna need to get in a little bit closer.
Moving to coordinates. Reporting in. Engaging the enemy. Roger that.
Did somebody just use SUR?
He won't be around much.
Oh no, they were jumping in, not out.
Form up. Destroyer here.
I'm on this one.
Copy. We've got them on scope. Standing by. I copy. Reporting. Attack commencing.
Okay.
Star Destroyer standing by. Star Destroyer reporting in.
You can focus on the assault frigate.
Attack.
Watch for enemy ships.
Yes, Commander. Fire. Our target priority is the laser cannons. Open fire. Attack. The lasers are our target. Awaiting orders. Bomber squadron reporting.
All right.
Awaiting.
I think we're good here. I might even
That target.
split off some of this stuff into its own fleet regardless.
Awaiting
Even if, just an extra fleet.
direct fire.
So I don't think we really need everything we have in this fleet right now. We have probably too many ISDs. We could add that in somewhere else.
Being targeted.
Commander. Attacking fire.
Scopes are jammed.
Reporting in.
Zed, you're good here.
Roger that. Form up. Destroyer here.
More enemy craft.
Copy. Attacking. I copy. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
All right,
Reporting. Targeting.
that's good. None of these are real units, so I'm not concerned about killing the engines.
Star Destroyer standing
We can just
by.
let them out, and they'll be fine. Yeah, you think you're getting away, but you're not real. How can our assault frigates be real if our stations aren't real? I reference that quote way too much in videos. I need to stop. That's my promise to you guys. But anyways, the TIE Punisher is actually pretty close to being done. I don't think so. I talked a bit in the last few episodes about how I basically record these in like blocks of 2 and then blocks of 3. So by like the Sunday episode, hopefully the TIE Punishers will be in, or TIE Interdictor, if you want to use that name. Same ship. Yeah, I think I'm not wrong. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about that. It's hard to look stuff up in the middle of videos, but
Choose your reinforcements. Destination set. Acknowledged.
all right. So we'll send Bosk over there. We'll probably use the A9. Oh,
Reporting. Acknowledged.
get on over.
Target acquired. Reporting.
Okay, we'll put these guys in the A9 and then we'll send them over with Bosk.
Ready. Reinforcement point contested. Commencing attack.
You're not really doing anything.
AT-AT ready. T2B awaiting orders. Moving out. T2B copy. Point contested.
What's that? AA turret? That's fine. Bosk, you got that? So we'll definitely need to buff the... Hold on. I need to write that down.
We've lost a landing zone.
Bosk. Flamethrower. My whiteboard is now behind my monitors. It's not the best position for it,
I copy.
but
it, sir. Ready. Armor
Okay, you should be fine. No, go and kill these guys, please. So I'll definitely just check the damage on that. I don't know if it's just something to do with the Twi'leks or something, but that seems a bit weaker than it should be. Are those Plex Troopers back there too? Yeah, it is. Bosk, you can get that. You guys can capture that point. AT-AT can keep walking in. No, you're not set up for that. We'll need Veers in here. The only thing I'm concerned about is if those are real infantry in there and not just Twi'leks. Can we like look in the window? No. Okay. Capture it. I mean, some of you can just come over here now. Spears up that way, and... That... Oh, we actually lost that one. That's why. Okay, Bosk, take out those ones. This AT-AT is just going to blast to the base. Veers. Take that one, I guess. Are they coming out? No.
Form up. Squad, move out.
Which one should we bomb? I'm just gonna hit this.
Initiate attack run.
Everything else is basically just a mine.
Weapon initiate bombing. Moving to attack.
And this one's already at the barracks, so.
Your orders, Commander?
Alright, with that, you can go up to the mine there. You guys kill those infantry. You may as well go and help. You can still shoot over there while that's dropping, and then they can kill those for you. So...
Ready to roll. Course plotted.
Good. Okay, you're gonna go over there now. Just go up and help them.
Awaiting orders.
I copy.
And you are gonna kill that.
At maximum firepower. I'm ready.
But yeah, so the TIE Punisher model is pretty much done. Like, it's unlike the Vigil, I'm gonna try to get that one UV'd and skinned before putting it in game. Because like the reason that the Vigil is in game without a skin is just because I think I again touched on that in a previous video as well. But we do have some people on the team who only do texturing and not any of the 3D modeling. So it's better to have a few models built up for them to be able to texture. And then I can just keep powering through some of the models. So right now we've got the Vigil for that. We'll have the Invincible for that. We'll have some other stuff for that. And just having them rigged in game the way they are now, even if they'll need to be re-rigged, that's not generally the hard part. So it just ends up being a little bit more efficient, and it also means we get to use them and test them in playthroughs we do here. So that's also helpful.
Right away, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander. On my way, sir.
Yeah, this way we can start to find out any other issues with the units beforehand and work on getting everything set up properly, even if the art isn't entirely ready yet. So rather than waiting until like all 53 models are done, we can just take it out now. Or test it out now. That's not good. Too strong. Too strong. Yep, too strong.
Yes, Commander.
It's too bad we can't hit them properly right now. Alright, there we go. Sucks that we lost the AT-AT, but we can afford to replace it.
Planetary control achieved.
Okay, you guys get back over there. And let's get Chardin.
Departure vector set.
I am gonna slow down a little bit and work on
Recruiting.
Training
some of
soldiers.
our other ground stuff. You guys are gonna go in. I guess we already have a lot of storm commandos with
Construction complete.
having those two. So
Invasion commencing.
start working on some other ground units. And yeah, so there are 53 or 54 either way models that are being done between 2.3 and Fall of the Republic 0.5, and I want to say it's like 15 that are done right now, and another 5 or 6 that are currently being worked on by someone. So we're actually getting through what we need to do pretty quickly as far as art goes. We have a lot of people working on the coding stuff, so
Advancing. The enemy is approaching.
it's all going pretty well.
Construction complete.
We still want to make sure that we don't like
At maximum unit capacity.
overcommit for any individual release. We're still gonna try to make sure that like no scope creep happens, so that we can just sort of finish what we have planned, and then if it gets done faster, that means we get the new version out faster, rather than getting like drawn into another really long development process to get whatever else in. So many infantry. Can I just walk at you in the general direction? Okay, Weir's getting away. Strang, get away as well. It's a lot of infantry. I need a back to tank. Or Weir and Strang need a back to tank. There. Okay, we've started to take this back. Hold on. Oh, wait, no. Take that out for sure. No! So close. Yeah, the turrets are definitely too strong. Let's try and get in there. There you go. I was at like the last tick. What are you doing? Get over here. Okay, we need to kill these, and then we need to get that,
Bombing run available.
let's just bomb that, and we'll turn this into a repair platform. You guys are gonna come up there. You guys are gonna capture that back.
Roger that. Form up.
I'd like to switch that out on their model for like, not necessarily a sniper rifle, because snipers aren't fantastic in the AW, but something closer. Kind of fudge it for in-game use, but more along the lines of a sniper.
Copy.
That was quite the adventure. Alright, let's just chill here for a second, get all this stuff built back up. Get our plating back on our AT-AT.
I copy.
Alright,
All right, men, take cover.
Strang and Weir.
Watch this.
I'm gonna keep these. I was thinking about putting them in different armies, but I think keeping them as a team works out better.
Reporting. Weapons armed.
Because then they can generally take on larger amounts of infantry at least.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. I think we've mostly got their stuff down. They only have one base building. Yeah, there we go. The barracks. And yeah, that's it. So that was a lot of infantry they had here, but we made it through.
We are victorious.
It was a tough time. AT-AT guy there didn't make it through, but
Control achieved.
I'm not that concerned.
Building
Alright,
started.
so we are going to build this one up a bit.
Reporting.
You guys can chill here for a second. What I will do is get Indefatigable, Suicide Sphere, and that is it. You guys are going to go over into
Order confirmed.
that fleet, and I'm going to get a couple of our more generic ones over to Chardin.
Coming around.
Construction complete.
Let's finish off Visionary,
In production.
Bulk Ordered Ties, and
Vehicle
Corey Boat
in
Party.
production.
Okay.
Transmission received.
Navigating to
Into
coordinate.
that fleet.
Need something destroyed.
Let's take another look here. New Republic's up to 17. I think they started at 16 this episode. Or, oh no, I'm looking at the planet. What am I? Empire of the Hand's down to 3% of galactic military? What did they... What happened? Borleus seems like it was a big deal. Was it just Borleus? Bilbringi control changed from Empire to Empire of the Hand, but it must have been a bigger deal at Borleus than anything. How's the... What was the Empire's at now? 26% from 28%, I think. So, yeah, they lost a decent amount, too.
Escort carrier standing by.
Oh, well. That's life. Okay, well, let's get, where are Marauder and Saurian Broke? Are they in this fleet? I think they're in this fleet. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so we will send you guys up here. I'm basically getting this fleet ready to be one of our main fleets when we go up for the Imperial stuff, which means that this fleet will be less
Tactical battle imminent.
used less as we go through a little bit. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I think it's thunder outside, or someone's like dragging a transport truck along some concrete. One of the
Use
two.
your
That, like,
reinforcements.
one of the things I forgot about Ottawa
Enemy has been spotted.
while I was away is just how bad at driving everyone is here. It's just awful.
Destination. We're
There,
moving out.
every day I hear pretty much an accident out my window where I am. I don't know if it always results in a collision, but
Choose your reinforcements.
there's some just terrible, terrible driving going on,
We shall be there
and
shortly.
it's not good.
Carrick on
Alright, you were gonna go for that if you can.
Yes, Commander.
I don't think you can, actually. So let's just keep doing what we're doing. And...
Roger that.
Awaiting your orders.
Form up. Target the lasers.
Choose your reinforcements.
Nowhere to
Right away. Moving out.
falling out of formation.
We're on the move.
Okay.
Awaiting your command.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be entirely ready with the corporate sector for our next playthrough. It really depends on how long this one takes. I'd like to have more of their roster done before we start, so I might end up putting up another poll on Patreon for who we play next. I'm definitely gonna do it for when we start Fall of the Republic, whether we play the CIS or the Republic first. I'm gonna try to alternate as well between like polls on Patreon and polls on the channel more broadly. So for when I do that, though, we've done it for some stuff in the past where I was using the community page on the channel, and I don't think that actually shows up in an obvious way for people, especially using desktop stuff. So if you go to like the channel and then add like /community, that should take you to a place where it's almost like blog posts. I don't use it a lot, but I use it for like stream schedule, and for more and more I'm going to use it for posting polls and stuff like that. So definitely check that out if you want to vote on that kind of stuff. If you don't really care what we end up playing, then yeah. But if you don't want to see those polls when they go up, that's the place they'll be for the public ones.
Destroyer here.
Because I know it. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it shows up in the public subscription feed on mobile, but I don't think it does show up anywhere obvious on desktop, which is kind of weird to me because it seemed like something they really wanted to push. But the fact that there's no good way to communicate it other than, because one of the things they said when they announced it was like, talk about it in your video so that people know it's there. Like, okay, I'll do that. But I do like the feature. It's nice being able to post stuff that's without having to be like uploading a video for it, because that can like a lot of that stuff ends up being unnecessary. But just for the notifications for it, it's kind of weird. But anyways, enough about that. 12,000. I'm gonna try to get another Praetor soon, but I guess we should get Peacemaker, Vader Shadow, Uncle Joe's Starboat. That'll be good, and I'm gonna send you up here.
Yes, sir.
We definitely need more ground stuff. So let's get a couple of you, one of you, one of you. A lot of ATSTs would be a good idea, I think.
Enlisting soldiers.
Used all of our money. Okay, let's get Cult of Hastur in here for their first mission.
Yes, I can do that. Give me a target.
Choose your reinforcements.
On my way, sir.
Okay. What? What? What?
Sensor node constructed.
Something destroyed.
Who's shooting what?
Ready. Fall out, troops.
It's weird. Alright, boss, can you go down this way?
Unit sighted.
Let's get some army troopers.
Always ready, sir. Affirmative.
So I think one of the first things we're going to start working on with some of the ground stuff next will be squad sizes and pop cap and stuff for what they'll ultimately be balanced around. So some stuff like the scout troopers and some commando type units, they end up not being super worth building because like it's one pop cap for an AT-AT and one pop cap for like 2 scout troopers, which is, it never sounds like it's going to be worth it for the scout troopers. Okay, so it looks like the flamethrower is probably fine. It was just possibly something about the Twi'leks that were off.
Take cover. Never see it coming.
Alright. But yeah, so I'm thinking what we might end up doing, we have to make these, we'll have to discuss this internally a bit more first, but I'm thinking the basis for that will likely be having the AT-ATs be 2 pop cap actually, so we can make them really powerful. I kind of want them to feel like ground-based SSDs. Okay, you guys cover boss over there. Alright, Veers, come down here. I'm going to send Veers up this way. And we'll keep you guys down around here. So yeah, likely the overall result will probably be a bit more in terms of how many units are going to be on the map at once. But with something like the AT-AT, people generally say they're a bit too weak. So I would like to, if we buff them especially, make them 2 pop caps, so make them feel really strong, and make them feel a bit more imposing, while still trying to keep some of their weaknesses highlighted and make them like have that kind of highlighted role like the SSDs do on ground, or SSDs do in space. Basically try to get the stuff that works in space, that can be transferred into a place that works on ground as well. Like, not everything can or should be a 1-to-1 with space, but I think there are some places where we can make those changes and comparisons to help it a bit. And there, like I've talked about in the previous few videos, there are a few places where there'd be very significantly different changes to the ground mechanics, especially like even compared to space. But that again is more long term. Nope, Cult Pastor is dead. We can rebuild them.
Copy.
Just walk on down. Okay, you should probably drop some of your guys there.
Yes, sir. Moving to that area, sir.
Affirmative, sir.
I'm gonna get a repair platform for it. But you guys are gonna go... Nope, that's... Oh, we actually don't have the credits for that, so never mind. We're just gonna have to protect it a little bit more.
Reporting. Destination.
Just get over there, we can bomb this later. So we're actually taking out a lot of their economy here. Okay, you don't go forward. Okay, yeah, that's gotta be Thunder.
Awaiting your orders. Confirmed and complying.
Reporting. Order acknowledged.
Nobody needs to be over here. Those are just Bothans.
Armored transport ready.
Yes, Commander.
Actually, we could destroy the Bothans and get the bounty. Oh my god, no. No, no, no. Okay, you can get over there. It's fine.
Form up.
Reporting.
Awaiting orders. Adjusting now.
Awaiting orders. All right, look, on your weapon.
Copy. Advancing.
Let's kill all their stuff and then heal the AT-AT.
And in charge.
Ready. Attack.
I am
No, you can go over there. Whatever. They already. No. Light them on fire. Well, that almost did something. Got reset.
They will die. Dropping additional
All
soldiers.
right, more soldiers for you.
Reporting in.
Did we get the? Oh no, there's still that one.
Reporting.
Let's get in there. Okay, Take out this last barracks.
Available.
You may as well help. You're not in any danger right now.
Awaiting your orders.
Bosk, track them down and kill them. Every last one of them.
Yes, General. Coordinates received.
Here we go.
Form up.
All that just to heal this guy.
Constructing.
Awaiting orders.
Now everyone else can... That is such loud thunder.
Yes, sir. Forward.
My window is closed, my fans are off because
Right away.
that would be horrible for recording.
Left of them.
But the thunder is really... I guess it matches the rain in game, so...
Construction complete.
Copy.
I mean, if you guys can't actually hear that, then this is just going to sound
Move
like
out.
Yes, Commander.
random. But
Right away.
oh well.
I copy.
Okay.
Ready.
Didn't need to spend that 30 credits.
Weapons ready.
Ready for orders.
It's about the principle.
I copy.
Alright, so that's going to be our last orbital bombardment target.
I'm here, sir. Sir? They shall perish.
Yeah, the general power of turrets is going to be reduced, and one of the biggest things that I think needs to change, that we've talked about a fair bit internally as well, is the ability to rely on and the strength of, availability of orbital bombardment and bombing run. It's just so much of ground works based on that it's kind of hard to...
Reporting.
It's kind of hard to make some of the changes that are necessary for it when so much of the ground game mode works around it.
Reporting.
But,
Order acknowledged.
okay, you went in.
Bombardment incoming. The enemy has been
Here we go.
defeated.
Cult of Hastur went down, but that's it.
System control.
Alright, so I think that is going to do it for today's episode, so thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you are enjoying the series so far. Our next episode will be tomorrow, then we'll be back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday after that, so I will see you then. Bye.